Hi Randy, this is Stacy. I wanted to send a quick video so that you could understand what I was trying to say. 'Cause sometimes when I send these out, I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. So first of all, I wanted to say thank you to you and your client for the opportunity for us to quote this. And I think that we have some good ideas here. And I've built very quickly what I would consider like a sample page that I could show you during this piece here. So anyway, I'm going to be sending you this here shortly, but this is our suggestion. So after looking at the website and the notes that I took from the call and just what I know what you've said to me about, this upcoming course, I would propose that we do these things in this particular order, if you agree. So the first thing, we call it a database reactivation campaign. And this is something that allows us to create a series of emails and also text messages. And then we reach out to your client's current database. So, they have a certain amount of clients that they already are either working with or have worked with in the past. We will reach out to them and introduce the Next Level Leadership Series. And then we will also, if you agree with this, we will also introduce them to take advantage of sort of like a pre-sale opportunity within a certain window of time. So we could pre-sell some tickets. That also gives us the opportunity to learn what their feedback is and any ideas that they come up with that we could prepare ourselves better for the actual kickoff of the course. So this is obviously with your permission and agreement, but that's something that I would suggest that we could do. The second thing I would suggest is that we do some targeted ads, more likely through Facebook, but we could do Facebook and or Google. And this would allow us to, we would write the ads, just a compelling ad about what the course is, what the benefits are to the person, what the key takeaways are for what they would, be getting from the course. And then through a checkout page, which I'll show you that we've created, sort of a sample of, that we would have them, it would drive them to a checkout page where they could sign up. On that page, and I'll show you here in a second, I would like to put some kind of a preview, maybe a 5-minute or less video of just a preview of the course, or a snippet from the actual course would be kind of nice, but just 5 minutes or less so somebody could get, sort of like whet their appetite on it. These targeted ads, again, we run all of the ads, we write the ads, we target the audience, and we would be looking at, K through 12 educators and administrators, just whatever target audience that you want us to reach out to. We can do very well on Facebook and Google. The third thing I would recommend is, like we were talking about for your campaign, sort of a social media marketing, through Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. We handle everything from, optimizing the accounts to make sure they're ready to go, as well as creating the content like we did for you in that case, and then also posting and scheduling and managing that type of stuff. And we can also do engagement if the client is interested, so we can interact with the comments that are coming in. But essentially, this would be to promote the awareness and interest and all of that as well, and ultimately generate sales. And then other options that I didn't touch on too much but are definitely possible, we can add a chat widget to CEE's website, and it could be fed some comments through our AI bot that we have, which could answer frequently asked questions, and it would help capture and nurture some of the traffic that's already coming to their website. So just to give you an example of what I mean by that, here when you go to their site, you don't see a little window pop up right here. But if you go to our site or some websites these days, you see this window pops up and you can ask this person some questions, and it's fed certain answers to those questions so that it will do a little bit of the, qualifying for you when somebody comes to your site and asks questions. So it's something we could do as a future, and or now we could certainly take care of it, but I put it here as like maybe a future thing that we would want to be doing for them, just to give them an idea of what's possible, let's say. And then back to the proposal, I also suggested that I think we should reach out to surrounding organizations and ask for their participation and help in introducing the course to their memberships. So I'd have to do a little bit more research to know which organizations we could reach out to, but I'm positive your client has some idea of supporting chambers or different places like that where we could tap into some of their audience or membership. So that's this first page kind of explaining a little bit about what I would suggest, and this is particularly in the order. To keep it within a budget that is basically in line with what we already do, I kind of put the pricing and things like that here. So for the database reactivation campaign, we will be reaching out. We set up a system, and it's an automation that we put together that taps into all of these different things as you see down the bullets. So we're going to reach out to your database. We're going to follow up with every single response, whatever questions they have, or drive them to, a purchase process. If they have questions, we can turn them over to somebody on your team, or if you can give us some of those prompted answers, then we can obviously answer for those. We'll track all the responses, which just means that sometimes the database, when we do these, the database kind of gets cleaned up from the fact that there might be inactive emails or different things like that going on. So we kind of track the responses and also help clean up some of the data. And then we can create a payment link through a checkout connected to the bank account for your client, which then will process the payment for somebody subscribing and deposit it to their account. And then we can gather and process registration information. So whatever information we need to gather from the client in order to register them for the course. And also then follow up, like all the way until the event. We send reminders like leading up to the class, like, hey, the class is coming in a week, looking, forward, excited to seeing you there. And then that type of stuff. If we're doing a pre-sale or a live event, that's kind of what we usually do. And then following the class, so their registration is completed, they've done the class, we send them a thank you note within so many days of purchase, usually 3 days, and then we ask them for a review. That review gets done automatically, so they do through the link that we provide, and it will either be posted on Facebook or Google, which would be, again, up to your client. For this service, this alone service, we charge $497 for a setup fee, and also we like to get a 3-month commitment. At least most of our clients stay on annually, but at least for the work that goes into setting up the service and everything like that, a 3-month commitment allows us to reach out to an entire database up to like 1,000 contacts and more if we need to. But I'm just suggesting that a little bit of time with that is definitely better than just signing up for a month-to-month type thing. But if we can get your client to agree to a 3-month commitment, it would be $497 a month. We would take 1,000 database contacts within that 3 months and have gone through all of the things above here. Now, we can certainly do more than that in this time period, but we just need to talk about what that looks like. So I have no idea how many contacts in their database that we're working with. So this is just a general idea for 1,000 contacts. The next thing that I was mentioning is that we would write and run all the Facebook ads to generate interest for the classes. And then following the ads, we will handle all of the above as well, as far as reaching out, contacting them, processing their registration, signing them up for the class, etc. Now, we propose that this service is here with another. Again, we like to get a little bit of a commitment just to know that it's a lot of work to set everything up. So we just want to make sure that the client gets to see the benefit of that work going forward. And we do say that the ad spend is additional to the cost of our services, which in this case, we could, based on what I see online right now, we could recommend somewhere between $10 and $25 a day. And that could run for a month, 2 months, 3 months. We could just basically see how that goes. So generally, I like to start out with a $10 a day budget, and then we work up from there to see that the ad is working, we've targeted the right audience, the people that are coming in are actually purchasing and going through the process like we want and all of that. And then we start ramping it up, because at that point, then it's just a return on investment, most likely. You're getting leads at this price, and we can kind of dial all that in. So that's the second set of services, of course. And then the social media. Again, I told you about this the other day a little bit more, but this is how we would do it for them in all 3 formats. We would post ads and different things within social media, similar to what we talked about for your situation. This would be specific to the course. And then, again, there's a fee and a general commitment that's requested, not required, but we like to get that so that all the work that's going into it is kind of recognized or realized over a couple of months so you can see it working. The total services is here, either the setup and or the monthly if you do all of these things, and we kind of discounted it as a bundle if you wanted to do it for the 3 month. If they knew up front, for instance, that they wanted to do the commitment for 3 months and they were comfortable with that, we could just do this pricing to give them a bit of a discount. And so then what I wanted to show you real quick is I've created, a page, Again, I don't have all the information, so just kind of go with it. But we created a web page, which is what I was referring to. So we would be driving all traffic to this page where it would have, you know, the information here, and then it would show a video. I don't have a video working. This is just a placeholder for right now. But I have a video, which I was suggesting maybe a 5-minute segment from the course that would get their attention. And then it would go down this content, which I'm going to provide the link within the email I send you so you can read through it. These are just words that I'm making up. So again, I don't know a lot of information other than what you shared with me and some of the research I could do. So again, I'm making these things up. If they're true or not, you'll have to help me with that. But we can replace the content and the graphics with what you want us to use. But the main idea is that we just want to say, you know, why would they choose the Next Level Leadership course? These are the reasons. We want to introduce the leaders of the course. Again, I need to know what the titles would be and all of that. And again, I guess this guy's name, but I'm pretty sure I'm right from Facebook that that's him. And then these testimonials about your services. Right now, I just use your testimonials. And again, I would like to use testimonials for all of you. And then eventually, once somebody's actually gone through that course, we'll use course testimonials. But you get the idea. And then in the end, it would be just a list of benefits that someone would get if these were true. I don't know. I'm guessing again, but you could help me with the words. And then we would just say here, secure my spot. When they click on this link here or this button, it would take them, right now it's not live, so it would just take them to a checkout page, and they could either purchase, you know, course number 1, course number 2, or sort of a bundle, or however you're selling it, you know, sort of a bundle type package. And then that would be processed as anything would through a regular payment processing, like I said, and we can set that up for them if they like. So anyway, I hope this is helpful and is kind of what you were looking for. This would be my suggestion. Certainly we can brand it any way you guys want to brand it as far as colors and who's taking the lead or however it's put together. Certainly I need a little bit, obviously, more information on what the course involves and all of that as well. But this is kind of my idea. So hopefully that's clear. If you have any questions, certainly up for a conversation, just reach out to me and we can talk from there. All right. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.